Star quality. I got it. I got this. You got it. You got it. My chart says so. Look at me go. Sun moon rising. It's all about timing. It's all about timing. Earthlings. What's it all mean? What's it all mean? Star quality.
What's it all mean? What's it all mean? Mean.
Star quality. Woo. No, dude, really, what does it all mean? Star quality. I got it. You got it. We got it. Star quality. Star quality. Welcome back to Star Quality, everybody. I'm your host, astrologer Stevie. Happy full moon in Scorpio. Happy motherfucking Taurus season. And, you know, it is the eve of my birthday. This full moon in Scorpio is happening today, May 1st, 2026. It gets exact at 10:23 a.m. Pacific time at 11 degrees of Scorpio. Adjust for your time zone. Actually, love for the East Coast. It is 1:23 p.m. And yeah, and it's my birthday. It's my birthday. Birthday has begun. I went and picked up a custom heart-shaped cake this morning. So for those who might be seeing me later, if you're listening on the same day of the full moon, you will be seeing this very cute custom Taurus-themed cake. I'll post things also on my socials. If you're not following me, come join. I'm spaghetti_witch on Instagram, TikTok. Those are the main ones. Sometimes Threads, I guess. This episode, as a birthday gift from me to you, is going to be free, paywall free for everybody. But if you would like to get me a gift, I would love for you to join the paid subscriber tier, which is called the third space. This is where you get all the paywall weekly horoscopes, the paywall podcast episodes, anything that is behind the paywall, you get that. So for the cost of buying me an iced coffee, I take a iced latte with oat milk, please, for $7.70 a month. And then, got to take taxes out of that. So basically for let's say $4 to $5 after everything gets paid out on my end, you get all the bonus content and also getting to support a astrologer indie pub. And it's a great way to support me and my work if you're looking for a way. This is the way, one of the ways. The other way is to get a reading with me, and I have a discount also for my birthday because, look, the biggest present is your presence. I love seeing y'all in your readings. I've been seeing a lot of you lately, and I'm just loving it. So if you would like to book a one-on-one consultation with me, you can go to the link in the show notes, or it is, it's the URL is astrologywithstevie.as.me. So it's like astrologywithstevie.as.me. And then you can use code BDayGift37. So BDAYGIFT 37 to redeem, and you're going to get $37 off. Like, I don't know. I probably shouldn't, but I am. So if you would like $37 off your next reading, if you want to buy this for someone for their Taurus season or for whatever, I don't have like a gift card set up yet. There's no like real good way with my platform. I'm figuring it out. Businesswoman stuff. But you can just DM me or email me, and what I'll do is, we'll check you out and I'll get them a promo code that zeroes out the balance. So that's how it works typically. Someone emails me, they're like, I want to buy a gift for my friend. Send the cashola. Then I email the friend a cute message with like a designed email that's like whatever. Usually it's for people's birthdays, but it can be for anything. And then they get their own code and they can book too. So whether it's for yourself or for someone else, step into my office. I'd love to see you, go over your chart, especially since now we're really in 2026. This was all just a warm up. And now we are really cooking with gas now that Uranus has moved into Gemini. Longer report on that coming soon, but I do have my previous article from the first time Uranus went into Gemini. So if you want to get refreshed there, that's also going to be linked in these show notes. This is all, I don't know if you're listening to this on your podcast platform or whatever, but this is all through Substack. This is starquality.substack.com. So yeah, was that all the call to actions, the plugs, the things? I think so, but there'll be a link to that Uranus and Gemini ting. So check it out. And yeah, picked up a custom cake. Really want to go dip at the pool before I have this is my first birthday party at like nighttime in some time. So I'm going to have like a little night bar birthday. The Scorpio full moon felt really correct for like a gathering night bar. The freaks come out at night. I'm actually kind of like getting there during the day. I want the happy hour Taurus things. But yeah, doing like a wine bar, gather, dress cute, take pics. I'm feeling it. Last year I didn't have like a big gathering. I just had like, we all went to a baseball game. And then I love to go out of town. My new thing, especially, you know, y'all, as you get into your 30s, just waking up somewhere waking up in a beautiful hotel. There's really nothing. That's the Taurus dream for me. I like being somewhere else. So I'm going to get some rustic nature-y action as well this weekend. My birthday's on the 2nd, but it's all begun. It's all begun with this May 1st full moon. Actually, really began last week. I went and saw Lily Allen's West End Girl. You guys, Lily Allen and I are birthday twins, both May 2nd. If you get the chance, if you loved West End Girl, the album, if you're a Lily Allen fan, this show was just simply fantastic and was this play-like stage perform. I mean, just really cool. And, you know, if you're like me and an earth sign and want to know what to expect, she does not sing any other songs besides West End Girl. It is West End Girl, the album from front to back. If you need a refresher, West End Girl came out last fall about her allegedly, not even alleged, I think it's pretty out in the open, about her divorce and fall from grace and, you know, her husband David Harbour's openness that turned into definitely cheating, even though, you know, well, anyways, just the beautiful depressing blurred lines that, you know, a relatable content. If anyone's been in complicated arrangements, man, it hits. Lily is just, her lyrics, her vibe, the style, the set design, it was just a beautiful show. This Taurus season, I've seen 2 concerts by Taurus women that were just like the design, like it just emphasized how they are Venus's favorites. I am Venus's favorite, you know, and shout out to the Libras too, but I think it's the fixed earth of it all. It's just so like, this is what I like. I know this looks good. And that's what's cool about the other side with Libra is like the collaboration, the consulting, the like, oh, well, what do you think? And getting more input. With Taurus is like, I always joke and say like, let a Taurus run your life. Should that be a shirt? Should that be like a bumper sticker? Like, just let a Taurus run your life. The other beautiful Taurus concert was OK Lou. I saw OK Lou at the Warfield in San Francisco. And also just, if you haven't listened to, I got to dive into her album before the most recent album, but the most recent album, Choke Enough, simply stunning. So anyways, that's my cultural life, Venus things will come back. Venus things sort of recap of Venus Taurus life. Otherwise, yeah, just been doing a lot of readings, doing a lot of back my astro grind. I was doing day job stuff for a while, like 9 to 5, not astrology related. Now I'm back in the astro seat and it's feeling good. And I'm feeling very in that Scorpio reclaim. And I mean, it doesn't always feel good because a lot of the times, you know, I'm like, what am I doing? And what is life? And oh my God, am I behind? And, you know, that stuff, especially as a birthday, kind of puts things into time and shit into perspective. But every time there's like a really blue, hard day, I'll get like just something that is like a keep going reminder. So if this is the one you needed, this is yours. Like, I just remember thinking like, oh no, I fell behind on Substack and I was busy and people hate me. And then, you know, I get like, oh, you're in the top 100 charts. I'm like, slay. Or, you know, feeling whatever. And I got a random email from this like esoteric company complimenting my work and style. And I was like, wow. So So I don't know. And then also from you guys, when you message me back after your readings and say like, this came true, or this happened, or like, you totally called it, or, it's not that I just need all this to, compliment me and make me feel good, but I think we all need that in our life, right? We want to be affirmed. And, I am, a humble star servant for you all. And I just want to know that you're having a good time. I want everyone to enjoy, but also the Taurus lesson, the Uranus and fucking Taurus lesson, as that wrapped up, as that moved through my 11th house, which I'll also be getting into because it fucking annihilated most of my friend groups, is reciprocalness. It's not just being a doting mother or like wanting people to like you that you don't even care if they like you, like you don't even like them. So okay, ramble scramble, but that's why we're here. And now we're all here. We live in New York. Opening track, West End Girl. Now I'm a West End girl. Now I'm a West End girl. Sing along now. Okay, we can get into this full moon. If you don't know, if it's your first time here, in the lunation episodes, I break down the chart of this full moon, or whatever moon it is of the week, and I'll go over all the aspects that are happening in the chart, and it will give us some planetary flavor of what this might mean, what we might be embodying, what might be the best use of our energy and effort for this particular lunation. I say this a lot in astrology readings, but it bears repeating because I think this is basically, if you boil down astrology and why we use it, there's times to go, there's times to slow. There's times where it's like, go full force. There's times where it's like, let's pump the brakes and receive. Sometimes a little bit of both is called for. So this is like an energy forecasting of what the Scorpio full moon might be most useful for. And it's quite useful. It is. It's a quite useful full moon. I'm really stoked for it. I'm into it, not even because it's my birthday full moon. It's also Beltane. Shout out. I linked a beautiful illustration and note from Substack from Risa Bobisa, an amazing illustrator, writer, creative, brilliant mind, friend, Scorpio. And I'm just going to read the note that she wrote. Well, it has her beautiful illustrations of these big, bodacious ladies around a maypole with a Taurus bull, cow, and some other little woodland creatures, and they're all Technicolor rainbow babes. It's super cute. And you can check out Teresa's work. I'm sure you can buy prints and products, and just a fabulous human being. Happy Beltane. Beltane marks the height of spring, when buds have opened into flowers full of pollen. It's a celebration of fertility, a transitional ritual ushering in new life from across the threshold. It falls halfway in between the spring equinox and summer solstice. And then also, Teresa did not ask me to do this. I just saw her post and was like, love it. I don't need to explain this. This embodies what I want to share quickly about Beltane. To mark the occasion, she made a special edition print of this maypole illustration, and it's a rainbow. So you can check it out, risabobisa.com. Again, just shouting out a friend whose work is fabulous. You've probably seen it before because she's a star. So it is Beltane. It is this, roots in the Gaelic May Day culture of spring, of ushering in what is blooming and budding, and also astrologically speaking, May and June, babes, listen up. May and June are the best months astrologically speaking. Use this time wisely. For the rest, all of May, basically all of June. Let me get when's that Mercury retrograde start? Okay. All right, because it's when fucking Jupiter moves into Leo, which I'm sure the symbolism there is loud. All of May, basically all of June, up until we get to that June 29th, is like straight up the sweetest, supportive, sexiest, divine astrology of all of 2026. Now, again, 2026 is a fucking nutbag year. It's wackadoo time. Oh my God, Lisa Rinna was the fucking Madeline at Lily Allen. I was in the balcony, so I couldn't fucking see her, but I knew that it was like a celeb gets picked every night to be like shown the spotlight on. And I was like, and then I could hear the theater buzz, and I was like, who is it? Who is it? I couldn't get any context clues, and I had no fucking like signal. And I get out later. I was like, it's Lisa fucking Rinna. Oh my God, just too good. It was Trish Paytas the night before also. Anyways, just like use this time, May and June, I'm telling you. Feel the love, celebrate, be with your people, you know, enjoy, travel. July, it gets emo. In like we'll talk about it when it comes, but like I just had so many readings lately where people are like, I want to do this in July, and I'm like, look, we can do anything. We can do things during hard times. Mercury retrograde is 4 times a year. It's not so much that it's Mercury retrograde. I mean, it is, but it's Mercury retrograde in Cancer, which is just like so fucking touchy and easily offended and takes things personally. And then it's also when Jupiter moves into Leo, and it feels, I keep talking about like, I'm excited for Jupiter in Leo, but I do feel like its initial entry, because it's the same day as Mercury retrograde, is going to feel a little bit like, maybe this is me projecting my own fears for tonight. Like, everyone forgot my birthday. No one's looking at me. No one noticed this thing I did, because Jupiter in Leo so wants to be noticed. But there's Cancer Mercury retrograde that's like kind of comes pre-disappointed. So anyways, that's why July, if there's anything you really important you want to do in July, I always just say, like, make it temporary. You know what? I'm too front loading. We're going to talk about this when we get closer to date. I'm just telling you, because in case you've been like, well, I'm going to wait for this thing in July, I would get moving in May and June. Then August, we're back in eclipsey season, which is not necessarily bad, but it can be very, you know, this is usually when like things are really charged. And then September is a little grounding, and then we go into Venus retrograde. So anyways, that's why I'm saying like this time is going to fly, and like May and June are the sweetest strawberries in the bunch. Okay, I got to zip through this fucking chart because I got to fucking do shit. I'm so slow. I'm such a slow Taurus sometimes. I'm like, oh God. But also my slowness is like, I gotta do shit. I gotta go like eat and like then go to the pool. And then I have to like host a party. And then I have to like pack. And then like, I don't know. Everything in its own time. Maybe I'll get the ADHD diagnosis this year. Stay tuned. So yeah, this full moon is happening May 1st, 2026 at 10:23 a.m. Ooh, I am actually recording as it's about to go exact. This will be hot, fresh delivered to your door, to your inbox, to your whatever. So full moon's obviously when the sun is in opposition to the moon. So it's Taurus season. We have an 11-degree Taurus sun, 11-degree Scorpio moon. And let's talk about the aspects to the sun and moon. Typically in the paywall episode, that's all I cover. And then I go over the rest of the chart. We're going to go over everything very quickly, but still will be covered. And so the only aspects that are happening to this sun and moon is the moon is trining, so giving a positive reinforcement, having a positive connection with the north node in Pisces because they're water. And then when you go over to the sun is trining the south node. So both the luminaries are trining the separate nodes. The sun, our conscious identity space, is in a state of supportive release. So any ego or front, any strong, Taurus is naturally very like, I know what I'm doing and I'm strong and, I'm built different. So there is maybe we're all built a little similar where we're all just trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. That Virgo South node, God, has that not been such the lesson of we don't have to be perfect. We don't have to know everything. We don't know everything. That's the real key to the lock, But that Scorpio moon in a trine to the north node, and really besides the sun moon opposition, which is just a given in a full moon chart, that's always going to be that's the only aspect being made to this moon, is a real reminder about the people, the connection, the path, the intuition, this just the support, the flow. No guessing game. Because, the thing is about Scorpio, especially Scorpio moon, is it wants people just to know how it feels and you should have paid attention to me and know that I don't eat that, or having that like sort of like you should be able to read Scorpios. And sorry, they just believe that those who connect with them should just know and connect. And there is some level of that is being supported of like, yeah, there should be ease and that connection and intuition and, emotionally feeling safe and that there's room to express. But also the North Node is the path in which we want to go. So we're going to have to tell people also where we're trying to head. And are you in? This is like, I really like this full moon for like romance and relationships as well. I'll get into the Venus aspect that's going on, but also like Uranus freshly in Gemini with the Gemini Venus there. They're quite wide from each other and they're not really in like a super tight conjunction anymore, but they're near. This is like because the nodes are involved, such a chill ass reminder too of like, some things are just meant to be left in the past. They do inform the future and where you're going, but it doesn't mean it's the same thing that you have to do now. Like just because you were a chef, but you're trying to transition into, I don't know, therapy work, you can bring the things and the skills and the elements. All these things are just added collective knowledge to where you're heading. There was a reason you did that path before, and the people you met or the skills you learned, like so much of what life is way more connected and integrated, than we all like allow ourselves to appreciate or understand. Also, the like Scorpio moon trine North Node in Pisces is like so for the witches. It's so for the magic. It's so for like, yeah, like actually I am a fucking magician. I'm powerful. I can change anything at any time. Pisces and Scorpio, probably the top two of the water, but water does transform. It can fucking shape rocks. And the Taurus trine, the South Node, these earth, this earth anchor energy that is like, hey, maybe we can like, not be firm boulders and like allow ourselves to soften, allow ourselves to believe that we can actually like, it feels like it's like, I can do this with my mind. I can do this telekinesis. I can do this thing. Like it's allowing to believe in like the magic you would have believed when you were a kid. Like, oh my God, when I was a kid, because my mom works as an interior designer and this guy, one of her clients was like, speaking of Beltane and Celtic and Gaelic and it's celebrated in, I believe, Scotland and Ireland and, in the Isles. My mom gifted me this spoon from like a client. And she's like, oh, this guy died and left you this. If my mom's listening, is like, this is all misremembered story. Don't tell me because it's too good. But as a, like 8 or 9 year old, I got this spoon from a client I never met. It felt like, this magical, mystical thing. And it had like the charmed symbol, like the 3 thing. If you ever watch the TV show Charmed about the 3 sister witches. And I was like, this is it. I'm a witch. This is my talisman. This is my energetic object. And I think too, like, where can you get back into, obviously if you're listening to this, you're into the woo, like where can you deepen your magic and spiritual practice? If you've been, I don't know, and a reminder for myself too, like there can be like sitting and manifesting and writing things down, but also like so much of life is magic. Like me gathering with friends during the full moon is its own coven ritual spell, Okay, the symbol in Charmed is called a triquetra, and represents the rhythm of life, the family unit, the flow of time. It's the simplest knot. It's a triple goddess symbol as well. So, hello, tap into that God. Like, I feel like right now the collective is just like so tired and like my job and everything sucks and dating apps are hell and blah blah blah, and it's just like, bruh, we gotta, there was a moment I feel like we were all like, my life a movie, romanticize the daily things. We need run it back, bring it back. It's Taurus season. I can't fucking hear any more complaints about the things that will technically suck forever, but like your attitude in it is what is needed to, words have power, your energy have power. If everything sucks, then everything's gonna suck. I feel like I need to jump to Venus because that's been heavy in the combo. But God, I gotta run through this because I got shit to do. Fuck. Okay. Rapid fire. Okay. Venus and Gemini. Sextiling. Exact sextile. with Saturn. Like, build it, do it, dream it, like simplify it. Aries and Gemini, it's quick. I think a lot of these like connections and relationships people might be exploring at this time. Maybe it's a new job connection. Maybe it's a romantic connection. Like, if it's moving fast, like, why we gotta not stop talking ourselves out of our timelines, operating from like how things quote should be. It's like I feel like we all are collectively grasping for grounding and normalcy, and we have a little bit of it kind of in Taurus season, but like overall this is just such a like electricity fiery year. All the synapses firing, so like we just gotta try everything, throw the spaghetti on the wall, you know. And again, the Venus is squaring the nodes, so like the path might not look like what it's always looked like, and it can be redefining what your timeline is, or that, like, do you want someone else's dumbass life? We all know, like, behind the scenes, you know, again, maybe they love it, but like we all know behind the scenes what people are experiencing is their own thing, and we'll never, you know, it's like when you get high and you're like, whoa, like I'm like the soul behind my own eyeballs. And they're their own soul behind their own eyeballs. And none of us ever really exactly know how we're coming off. Anyways, so allowing, you know, and the Venus is trining Pluto too. Like there's just such a like, there is like, though it's these fast air fire vibes, there is like longevity that feels right now. I think what's being built right now actually is going to stick around in some way or format. It doesn't mean it's going to be durationally linear and stay this whole time, but there's something here being built right now for you that needs energy and attention. Like, don't half-ass it. Uranus is nearby too. So like the Uranus and Gemini of it all is just offering a completely new perspective. Gemini, our voice, our connection, our minds, our nervous system, how we even just approach our day-to-day thought patterns and processes. Like, again, unless everything you've been doing has been really working out for you so far, it's an opportunity to pivot, and also an opportunity to diversify, because Gemini is two sides of something. It can't just do one thing. It wants to do multiple things at once. It wants to have a multi-hyphenate sort of energy. So if you've been really, you know, boxing yourself or trying to really fit a lane, like, for what reason? I think even in like social media and internet culture of like, find your niche, find your niche, find your niche. It's like, bitch, we're nicheless. You know? Even with astrology, like maybe I want to post about fucking food and, you know, LA recommendations. Maybe like the whole fucking way we like interact in terms of communication and the internet and profiles and avatars and everything. It's like the internet's not some newfangled tool, you know, it's kind of older now. But I mean, of course, the way in which we socially network is constantly changing and evolving. We are still in that outer planet, minor grand trine, fiesta, Uranus sextile Neptune, Neptune sextile Pluto, Pluto trine Uranus. So like, I know I keep jumping through that in these lunations. We've just been in it. We're going to be in it. But it is just like, it's a new chapter. Actually, it's a new fucking book. Like, it's beyond, like, we're in, like, the sequel, you know? It's in time for the next book close. New book time. New book being written in this moment. Yeah. There's no going back. We're not going back. It is forward. Saturn is still there conjunct Neptune, meaning we have no fucking idea what's going on, because Saturn is about clarity and structure and rules, and Neptune is about the dissolvement of all those things. So a reminder yet again, if you're like, how's this all going to work out? We don't know. We're at the beginning. So just be present. Do what you can. One foot in front of the other. Right, left, and into infinity and beyond. Okay, we just came out of like that mega fucking Aries time, and we still have a lot of Aries going on. Mercury is in Aries conjunct Chiron. It's in this exact conjunction as well. So coming back to just Aries needing like the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Like, you can't ruin anything with honesty, and if you can't, if it is ruined, then it was gonna be ruined, like you're just delaying truth. So I think, even if your voice shakes, it's a say it time. Mars is in Aries, a very wide conjunction with Saturn. So we got two malefic boys hanging out. I feel like all the hype around Aries in this big cluster and this, and it's just like, I feel like Saturn really kind of put a kibosh on any of the more majorly explosive energy that could have been the Aries time. So just a note for the future, because astrology, we're recognizing these patterns, right? But that Mars is squaring Jupiter. There may be something with family, a battle, a conflict. Again, Jupiter, Cancer. If it's Cancer, I'm I gotta just point out the family connection, whether that's blood or chosen or whatever. But there is something that is not your fight. That's not your. You don't really have to. If you cannot get involved in something sticky in the family, I'd avoid. I mean, I'll just avoid as long as Jupiter's in Cancer, because it's just you're here to grow your family and your thing, and what is community, what is feeling at home look like for you. And again, maybe it comes back to this North Node square with Venus, and it's or living a life that you thought you should be living, or a different timeline, or what your family expected of you. Are you 8 years old? You're an adult. If you're listening, I hope you're an adult. If you're under 18, please turn this off. Well, I don't know. I guess if you can be 16 and up in my mind. I don't know if there's actual legalese to this. So anyways, this is for an adult audience. Entertainment purposes only. All opinions and views are my own and represent no one else but me. Hallelujah, hallelujah. But yeah, there's don't overexert for those who aren't exerting back for you. And again, it doesn't mean we have to be dicks to our family, but what's expected of us to be done, if it's thankless and not, I don't know, if you connect and this resonates for you, then you'll know, if there's something beautiful that you're helping your family with. Obviously, I'm not talking about that, if it's fucking a drain on you and a goal, what you're actually trying to do, that's what it's coming back to. I think moderation comes into mind, because Jupiter can overdo it. Mars is about what we are trying to do. So really clarify the goals, the structure, It's not a race, but also take off, the bricks tied to your shoes. Okay, I'm zipping through, I think I'm covering mostly everything. Let me just go around and look at the other aspects, if there's just anything else that I am missing. Whenever that too. No, I talked about Venus squaring the nodes. Okay, great. Yeah, Pluto just trining that Uranus and Venus. I think it's it's okay to be, I think of Pluto as a very black and white planet, though Gemini is very this or that. And I think it's you can just be it's an invite to be declare, declare where you see, what you want, who you're doing it with. It's very back to the boundaries of it all. Not everyone has to do everything for you, I think that's the other part too. Maybe if you've been putting a lot of emphasis on a partner having to, business, love, friendship, whatever, having to do this and this and this, it's enjoy your own company, enjoy the company of other people, go and find the people who are doing what you want to do. We're not putting people in their boxes, but we are letting them know where we see ourselves with them. And just be a fucking witch, do your magic. That's a reminder for me. I went to the fucking coolest witch store when I was in San Francisco to see OK Lou. I went to the Sword and Rose occult shop. You guys got to go. If you're in the Bay Area, it is get your ass over there. I got this beautiful incense. That's just my own reminder to work with that today and do some magic. So, and then eat at Biet Rima across the street. You won't work. I had the most perfect day ever. I was supposed to meet up with my sweet sister-in-law. I loved her and she was sick. And then I was like, oh man. And I was staying up over my friend on the other side of the bay in Oakland. And I was like, I'm just going to fucking pack a day bag, make it a field trip and go solo. And like went and ate beautiful Russian food, walked around Golden Gate Park, went up to see, I was like I love a rapid tourism, went up and saw the Golden Gate Bridge. This is all public transit, by the way. I'm zipping around town. Zoom, zoom, zoom. I was like, I walk up. Also, I've just been talking out loud. I'm like, the bus is coming. And it's like, boom, there. The parking, even in LA, the parking gods have a spot for me. Boom, it's right there. Like, just computer, make these guys super gay and horny. Like, start, if you say what you're seeing, give me this, give me that. Thank you. Always a thank you. But the Sword and the Rose is one of the most coolest. Like, it's down this little alley, and it's just what you hope a witchy shop would be. Wooden incense, dried roses, really beautiful. Okay, guys, happy fucking full moon in Scorpio. Happy fucking birthday to me. Happy star quality to you all. Please, if you'd like this, subscribe, tell a friend, upgrade your subscription, book a reading with me. I'd love to see you. And again, I have that code for ya. What was that fucking code? B-Day Gift 37. Get $37 off. I didn't even set an expiration date. I'm keeping it loose. So redeem. If you had a reading with me, I would love for you to write a testimonial. You can go to my Google business page, Astrology with Stevie. And with that, I'm complete. Love you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.